Welcome back to another episode of Get Your Head Out of Your Assay. Today, I am joined by assay expert, drug hunter Betty Chan. Betty, traditionally, when people are developing assays, they go through a very standard process of measuring enzyme activity, measuring kinetic constants, and they get to that final stage where they validate assays using available tool compounds. What happens if there's no tool compound available?
That's a great question, Zach. I could think of an example of a target that I had worked on. This target had very little information on protein production, assays, and definitely no two compounds. So we were able to optimize the protein reduction, adapt an off-the-shelf assay as a biochemical assay. And then the next question, like you said, was, well, how do we validate this assay if there are no two compounds? So this target was a novel target that was hypothesized to be to belong to a class of enzymes. And in that class, there were some exemplars in literature, and there were also some structural biology information. So guided by this information, I sketched out my best case for what this enzymatic reaction of this enzyme would be, including some transition state intermediates. I was able to design some transition state mimetics that could also lead to irreversible inhibition. So I showed the chemist, and he had those made, and we tested in a biochemical assay, and we were so thrilled that the IC50s were in a double-digit nanomolar. So in this particular example, we were able to apply information from related enzymes in this class to this target. And then by aligning the hypothesized mechanism with this information, we were able to design two molecules that not only validate the assay, but also validate the target's drugability and help establish a path forward for hit finding.
That's really creative, Betty. And it's nice because it's a great example of how biochemists may need to collaborate and work together with chemists, with structural biologists, and really come together, understand every aspect about their assay and the components to come up with a really creative solution for something that's incredibly novel. Thank you, Betty, for sharing your insights and for joining us. And this has been another episode of Get Your Head Out of Your Assay.